Hi, welcome to Kaun Intuitive. My name is Kai, and I am here going to give you guys a reading. But really quick, first of all, this is to celebrate the supermoon in Taurus. I personally love Taurean energy. Yes, people like to talk about prosperity and oh my God, Earth, beauty, Venus, right? All beautiful shit. I also love it. I'm all here for the glam and the just like sassiness of Taurian energy. However, for me, Taurus, for me, this is not like a rule for everyone, right? But for me, how Taurian energy shows up in my world, it has been a very protective energy, always, ever since I was a small little girl. The people that are Taurus or have Taurian placements in their charts typically seemed throughout my entire life seemed to always be the ushering in of comfort, of safety, of being able to feel seen without feeling like preyed upon, or like, just always, I've always had the experience with Taurus energy folk, people that represent Taurus best and for me and how I need the energy within my chart, right? And perhaps it's even the way that I need to, I show up for people, right? Is in Taurus. I need to look at my own chart again. I'm not an astrologer. I just have a lot of interest in it. But I would never be like, yo, you guys, check it out. Let me talk to you about your chart. Like, because it's like not a strong suit unless you're like my super close friend and like trusted me and stuff. And like we had that relationship. But regardless, my whole thing is that Taurian energy for myself has just been very protective. It's all been about safe space and ushering in safe space, keeping safe space, clearing out things that do not elevate that safe space or serve it at all, right? Even if it has to stand alone, even if other people are like, oh my gosh, you're tripping, or you're, like, this doesn't have to be here. Like, why, what is this boundary here for? Taurus is here to be like, it's here because I said it is. Thank you. And that's Taurus right there for me. My friend, my very close friend, and I'm going to say this only because I don't want people coming for me. My friend is trans, and they had made the joke that I am trans Taurus, because I give Taurian energy, though I am an Aquarius sun and Virgo rising, and no, I'm not a Capricorn moon. That's my sun. I am a Gemini moon. So anyway, you guys, I wanted to get on here, of course, because I can't miss the supermoon. I can't miss the Taurus supermoon, and I certainly can't miss the last the last supermoon of the 2024 year. I want to tell you guys really quick, I am so elated. Like, I'm so happy. For those who don't know, and I'm actually working on a few projects here, but I'll talk about that way later. Like probably next year or after that, when it becomes more real. But I have been, I am a survivor of domestic violence. And through that entire process for myself, I have had a child with the person who harmed me, and have had to navigate for the last 10 years how to have a co-parenting relationship with my abuser. It turned out that harm was befalling my child as well. And my child felt safe enough to come to me and talk to me about that last month. And I, of course, went into action because not my baby, right? Nobody's baby. And yesterday I was awarded sole custody of my son. And this was a huge shock to me because I historically have not been heard. My concerns have not been seen as real. They have been very dismissed, not just by the judicial system, but also by people that just don't want to believe that a white man can hurt a brown woman. I don't know. I'm like, well, historically, but no, I don't think it's just that. I think it makes it a lot easier for people to dismiss me as an aggressor or see me as aggressive, because I am like painstakingly like declaring my like side, and was always vocal about what I deemed as safe and what I deemed was not safe, and have had boundaries on motherfucking high key boundaries, ever since. Like, this is another little thing maybe you don't know about me, is that I have 9 years clean. And like actually clean, not California sober, clean. And something that, you know, I had to learn along that whole path was of like getting clean, staying clean, all of that, is like how to also move with grace and also have boundaries, and know that I'm allowed to tell people no, and I'm allowed to say I actually don't like that, and I actually don't consent to you being even around me. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to make nice, you know, I don't have to do those things. And like it was an exercise that I definitely took on. I might have even gone a little harder in the paint on it in some years back. But I'm grateful for all the experiences and the lessons and the medicine that was under all of that trauma. And I'm not going to sit here and tell everybody that, like, you know, learn from your trauma, right? I want to tell people that because I know that it feels, for me, it's felt better to make sense of the harm that I've walked through. Like, let me put it this way. My ancestors went through horrific events. Because of the events they were going through, they did not have the privilege to be able to feel and process. It is, I feel, my birthright to process, to heal, to have this space, because they fought for me to have that space. And it would be a absolute disservice, and honestly, it would be disrespect to their legacy for me to not pay attention, and for me to refuse to see as clearly as I can, and to ask for that clarity. So do what you want. But for me, that has seemed to be the way that I'm about to move. I've been moving and will move until the day I die. So with all of that, I definitely wanted to do a maternal energy, maternal line. I talk about that a lot. I'm very heavy on that. The Empress behind me, right? Like no mistakes there. Welcome to my kitchen, by the way. I am my same friend that calls me a trans Taurus. Same friend, holla. They will also call me a kitchen witch, like very much so. I love creating in the kitchen. I love bringing people together with food. I love, like, it's like this warm feeling that I feel. I guess it could be a little bit of servitude. I don't even know if that's the same, like, really plug that in together. I think so. But it's not even just that. It's like, it's just the warmth of like just, we get to be here today. We get to be here and have this and be this, and that's beautiful as hell. And I just feel like any ounce of that is so huge. I mean, people don't even have bread, you know what I mean? They don't have a roof. They don't have, and it's not to be like, be grateful for what you have, you know, whatever. Sometimes you don't want to feel grateful and you don't feel it, and that's okay. Like it does this, right? It's life. But that part's not even a message. That's just what I am, right? That's just a little bit about myself. Kitchen witch, love to make soup. I love to make like warm, slow meal stuff that I feed people with. And I just think it's medicine, you know? And I get that from Rosina, my I guess she would have been great aunt. So shout out to her. And also shout out to her in this entire tarot reading, because she's my girl. And I'll tell you more about Rosina some other time if you want to know. I definitely share about her a lot on my Instagram, but on my stories, I'm very like private. 'Cause like a lot of people aren't ready for all this. So I have my fixed candle that I've been working with for this entire month, probably 2 months almost now. This is my fixed candle here. and it is all about children and protection of children and everywhere. And the great mothers, and both in my line and goddess mothers, the divine like faces of a goddess, right? Of the goddess, which is so much bigger than we give, right? We're like, we might have like one idea. And I know this is me. Like I have like one idea of like, oh, that's a goddess. And then that's a goddess. And then that's a goddess. But like, like smashing them all together and seeing that it is all, has been very like, healing for myself in understanding my own, femininity, and knowing that it is very feminine to be angry. And it is still, I'm still in my feminine to ask for respect. I am to command it. I am, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, that doesn't, you know, yeah. So I work with a lot of goddesses, namely Kuan Yin, Iset, which is Isis, but Iset, Kali, and recently Diana, which she came to me in a dream. And that I can talk about later because, I looked at my clock and it was 11:11. Peace out. Anyway, so that, and then we have a little amethyst here. My little amethyst is my birthstone, but also not just because of that. I just really like high vibes, and vibes in the sense of like thought and mental fortitude. So intuition, and also like communication. Because to me, intuition is communication, and we want that line clear between the self, higher self, your higher power, whatever you want to call it, your ancestors. I like keeping the line open, right? Party line. So, there's a few things that I wanted to talk to you guys about, like quite a few. The other thing, really quick, and then we'll jump into tarot, I promise. I'm so sorry. But one thing that made this year possible for me is keeping a planner. Wow, she didn't say that, but she did. Keeping a planner and having my little calendar that I have here. I would show you, but I'm not about to fuck with this setup. But it's my little calendar that I keep here. It's a whiteboard, and on it I have like quotes and stuff for the month of November. I pull a card from like usually an oracle card, the card of the month, the vibe, what can anchor me back into the energy of this month and like keep me present, keep me going, right? For this month, it was hope, anticipation, bright prospects, wish. And yeah, it says, I am capable because I am alive. I am worthy because I am alive. I move through this trauma because I show up for the medicine it brings, right? These are all like pulled excerpts from my own journal that I would write through certain weeks that I knew I was going to need some extra courage, right? And some extra like vitality and faith. And so I don't have my current planner with me, but what I do is I do this thing called Wrap Party, and I named it for me. This is the fucking Virgo of me, okay? Like this is like, bear with me, okay? I just think it could help other people, and that's why I'm talking about it. And maybe I should just make a different video. I'm going to make a different video so I don't take up so much stupid time with this. I will make a different video if you're interested in knowing how I plan my months spiritually, how I keep it all squeaky clean, whatever, and like move through my shit, okay? I'm going to move the fuck on. But this is my cute ass planner for next year, and I'm really excited about it. Usually I get it in January, but I saw this one and I was like, oh yeah, baby, she's it. So anyway, I'm going to take a bite of my soup really quick. I haven't eaten since yesterday. It's like fucking, I don't even know what time it is right now. 2:11. I haven't eaten since yesterday. So forgive me. But let's jump in. Today, this evening, this afternoon, we're doing the mothers, right? I said. So for tarot, we're using my African Oracle. I don't think it's called African Oracle. I made that up. I don't know what it's called. I'm going to have to look it up, but it is my ancestral deck is what I refer to it as. I give things different names, like they're mine, right? So I'll link everything below in the video if you're really interested, and also to give credit, period. But I have my African deck, my ancestral deck. I have my moon cards. These are like one of my first oracle cards. They're very like straightforward and cute, and I like them thereby. And then I have 2 other oracle cards actually, and then it's my Iset oracle. Okay, these ones are very popular. A lot of people use them. I've had them for a while. An old friend gave them to me. And then Kuan Yin, which I got. My grandma bought these for me when I was up. Oh, I just did the tap thing. My grandma bought these for me when I was up in where I'm from, my hometown, for Mother's Day this year, actually. And I didn't even plan that shit right there. So anyway, yes, this is good and right. I don't know how we're going to do this. We're just going to go for it. I think I'm going to start with some oracle cards. Please go ahead and take this moment to grab some water, some tea, some calm energy from the corner of your mind. Take this time to relax. Take this time to be with me in this moment. Shut out the world for a second. Calm your body. Lay across the bed if you need to. Lay across the couch if you need to. Your floor. Just take this moment and know that right now this is just us. And if you feel called, go ahead and take this opportunity to call in your ancestors, your elevated ancestors, your maternal line, your guardian angels, those who care most about you, your family. I want to say too that like your family, when I say that, I'm not just talking about children. If you have a dog, a cat, a lizard like myself, right? A snake, a spider, a fucking cricket, I don't care. Like, that's your family. That which you love, pull it close. All right, y'all. If you're ready, I am. Okay. So I have my mic. I'm sorry, this might be loud, the shuffling, the sounds. I shared this in my last video, that I make noises sometimes, and it's just like an expression that has to happen. I can't not. So just, I'm sorry. All right, so I guess we're gonna go ahead and start with these. My ancestral cards. And I just wanna ask Source and Spirit, what is it that the collective most needs? We're talking about the maternal line. We're talking about the goddess within, the goddess without. What is it that we need to rectify is the word that's coming through. Hang on. Ooh. Okay, give me a moment to sit with the words here. Whoa, okay. My heart just like started. I'm feeling like, okay, so immediately because there's like this sense of panic that I'm getting. There's this sense of almost like a loss of faith in the self. Like there's been a loss of faith in your own ability to overcome or your own ability to endure. Fucking because I'm tired. That's what I'm hearing, because I'm tired. It's not that I have lost the ability. It's that I'm legitimately tired. I've been holding on for so long and I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. I want you to know I hear you. So the message here, sometimes it's that we have to let go in order to be carried. Like Spirit, Source, the world, whatever, outside energies are trying to push or usher you into a new space or into whatever, right? Into a new frame of mind, into, it doesn't even necessarily need, well, yeah, I mean, it's new in the sense like the outside may not change, but this needs to. Everything else will stay the same. That's not a sign that nothing has changed because it is you. I don't know if that makes any sense, but the current of the water, right, in a river keeps moving regardless of, regardless, the river is going to be the river. And if the river needs you to be pulled and you want to hang on to something, eventually you will lose grip and you will go anyway. But this time you won't necessarily have the power to keep yourself afloat because you've spent so much of your energy trying to remain in the same spot. That's what I'm seeing. You're forgetting, we as a collective, right? Not you, right? I'm just saying that we can forget so easily as people the power that we truly have and untapped resources that are there with us. So one thing is understanding, like, if you're in the water, then swim. You know how. If you know how to move about this, if only you would just let go and allow yourself to move and have faith in your own knowledge, in your own discovery of your own power, right? So like, you're here because you're supposed to be here, but now we're asking you to move. I hope this is making sense, but now we're asking you to move, and you're not wanting to move because you're afraid of what's over there, or maybe not afraid, but you're just more so like, I don't think I have what I need to go over there, or this doesn't feel right because this is so rushed. Really, right now? Like, you want me to go over here now? Whatever that might be, a relationship, a move, or what have you. And Spirit's like, yeah, yes, I do. Yes, you are being asked to trust fall, because that branch is going to break. That branch that you're hanging on to is going to break. There's this understanding that Spirit, it's not, of course, you're never alone. Let me just say that, you're never alone. But there is an understanding of like, this part's you. There is a deliverance, right? Like, here it is, here's the space, here's the new, here's the whatever, right? Here's the perspective, here's the clarity, here's the discernment, here's all the stuff, right? But like, if you don't get yourself there, then you don't. You will eventually, right? But you can't until you let go. And of course we can say like, oh, we're letting go of new beliefs, or we're letting go of old ideas, we're letting go of old beliefs. We're letting go of old ideas. We're letting go of things that keep us stagnant. The thing is it's not something that you necessarily have noticed is keeping you stagnant. That's like the thing. That's why there's this hesitation of like, now, what do you mean? Right? But like, if you're listening to this and you thought of something immediately, that this message applies to you. Again, this is a collective message, so I don't know who this is for. This could be 5% of you, this could be 1% of you, this could be every single person that hears this. They can apply this wherever in their lives, right? I don't know. The point is that I just get on here and talk my shit, So there's a lot of freedom on the other side of whatever this is, right? But it all starts with trust, and not just trust in Spirit, but trust in yourself. Like, you've already siphoned what you can from this experience. Wherever you're at right now, whatever's giving you grief, or you're feeling like, oh, I don't know what I'm, I don't know if you're doubting it though. That's the thing, is like, it doesn't come across like you're already doubting. It's like, you're very adamant that like, no, not yet. And Spirit's like, yes, yet. So maybe, could I have more perspective on what is this thing that maybe we're doubting? What is this that we're doubting? Ooh. Okay, so immediately I get like your own intuition, your own ability to gauge a situation. So you've already had red flags. There has been some bubbling in the soul about a situation that you're like, I don't know if I like that, but then you kind of gaslight yourself. You kind of allow yourself to talk yourself out of it. And Spirit's like, no. Like no. You had that thought for a reason. You had that feeling for a reason. That's real. Your intuition is real. And you need to trust that your intuition is real. You have maybe been gaslit all throughout your life. Maybe you've been an intuitive kid. Maybe you have always shared, but something has taught you not to share, that you're oversharing just by being in your own truth. And that is actually a gift that you can do that. And Spirit is wanting you to do that, wanting you to step into that space once more of trusting your gifts, trusting your ability to sense, to see, to feel, to really know the subtle changes, right? And like you're being, like we as a collective are being asked to really, really, really get to know what our intuition can do. What are we really capable of when we trust ourselves, when we trust the lessons, when we trust the path? Are there any additional Yeah, there's so much emphasis on layers. Layers. What is that? Layers. I'm saying layers, not layer. But there's such a heavy emphasis on trusting your own radical wisdom is the word, like radical wisdom. Like maybe other people would be like, what are you doing? Or why would you do that? Exactly. Like it's like you're being like shut down. Like you're in a space, there's something in you that's being like trying to like be erased or wiped away or like whited out, or there's something there that's like, it's another person, it's an experience, it could be a belief, but it really feels like there's something that's trying to cover the light or cover the truth. And you know better. Deeply, you know better. And you can do better when you choose to let go and allow, and when you choose to let go. But there's a lot of fear in that, because it's like, fuck, man, I don't want to necessarily be right. I don't necessarily want to be right. I know this is probably bad. I know this is probably wrong. I know that, I know I had that thought that other day, right? I don't like this because it's giving me like cheater vibes type of shit, but like that could also be my own shit. Not with my husband, but past crappy stuff, from like 12 years ago. But yeah, it's very like, yeah, I can't say it enough. I can't say enough before I sound like this over and over and over again. Sorry, I thought I heard something. No, I definitely did. Oh, okay. Sorry. It's my lizard and he's scratching, like he's trying to like burrow. That's why. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. So you guys, whatever this is for you, whatever like got brought up, like, oh shit, I did, maybe it's as innocent as like, I know I need to leave this job. I know I need to leave this, this group of people. I know I need to, this actually reminds me of the reading that I did previously last week. about, maybe it was earlier this week. And it was about, oh God, what did I just say? Like leaving a group. Oh yeah, it was about like, you don't have to do anything now, but the answers will come, right? It was like something like that. It was like, you don't have to do anything right now. Spirit's not asking you to do anything right now. This is almost like the prequel or the sequel or the what's happening after. And it's like, now we let go. Now, like between, I guess, maybe between Monday and today, I think that was when I uploaded that. Maybe it was Sunday, I don't know. But between that video and now, it feels like, okay, the answer came in. Think back on your week and see what was stirring, right? And that makes sense because this is technically a full moon reading, right? And full moon, if you want to think about the full moon, it's all about, you know, things coming to fruition and things like that. That's what they say. So, and there's also a full moon actually in this card here. If I show you, I don't think I've shown you guys any cards yet. Actually, see, a little baby moon. So, but there's a huge hand of divine in here. Like Ashala was brought up as well. So there's like a huge hand of the divine in here. Like you're not alone at all. It's like this, but you're being asked to like really, like it's such a big push of trusting your own instincts and trusting your own intuition and knowing that you saw that for a reason, whatever that is. Okay, I think we got it. I'm gonna go ahead and move on. We're already hitting 31 minutes. I'm so sorry. So I'm gonna move on to the Set Oracle. You know what, no, I feel like we need to keep going with the moon. So, okay, that was, is there any other additional messages that we need from the moon, from that energy? Okay, yeah, what do you need to release? Hold your vision, your hard work is paying off, and take time to breathe out. So immediately with the take time to breathe out, that really has my attention first, only because it's giving me the vibes of expansion. Just, of course, like taking time to breathe out, taking time to look at the full picture, taking time to expand on your initial thoughts. Expand on what you think you saw or what you think you felt. Expand on that. See maybe where in the past, right, you've seen things like this that have triggered your alarm before. Again, kind of highlighting, like I was saying earlier, about trusting the lesson, right? It's like expand your perspective on the situation. I don't know if that made sense. Again, I'm so sorry. But that's what's coming through, is just this desire, or not desire, there's this need to not necessarily hone in, because you don't need to. You already are hovering over that energy that you picked up on. Like you're already engaged with it. Like you're already like, oh no, like that's wrong for me. And then it's almost like to make it go further, to expand on that, like, ooh, this is wrong. Why is it wrong? What has in your life explained to you before that this is not working for you? And why is it wrong to you today? Who are you today where you recognize that this no longer works, right? What would work? Oh, that just brought me to that. I like just looked down and this is at the bottom of the deck, right? It's what do you need to release, right? That's the waning moon. That's as it's going dark, right? The other cards that we got were your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. It's funny because I actually almost called myself moon in Capricorn. So like maybe somebody here has a moon in Capricorn, or maybe the next moon in Capricorn. We need to take a look at what we did. Maybe it was the last moon. I don't even know when we had our last moon in Capricorn, but one just passed very, very recently. It was either a full or a new moon in Capricorn. Check out that. I don't know if you journaled or did work on that time, but perhaps that's what you need to take a look at specifically, especially since this is the only zodiac moon card that I pulled. The other ones are a waning moon, fixed moon, disseminating moon, and then the new moon in Capricorn. And I already spoke on that just automatically because I'm an intuitive. I'm not necessarily a tarot reader. I'm just an intuitive. So there you go. Intuitive channeler. I don't even know. I don't know what you would call me. I'm just me. But yeah. And then it's interesting to me that this is all cycling, which again pushes the whole, it further confirms the idea that we've done this before. The idea that you're going to do it again if we don't release this, right? You're bound to repeat this. I don't want to call it a mistake, but we're bound to repeat this cycle if we don't release the desire to gaslight ourselves, the desire to tell ourselves, I didn't really see that, or I don't want to deal with that right now, that kind of thing. You got to be a warrior. You got to fucking do it. If you think about Capricorn energy in and of itself, right? Capricorn energy is very much a warrior type of energy in the sense of it is a just keep swimming, just keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming. What do? We swim. And it's also the sea goat, you know? And there's also a lot of water here. We got, the 5 of water. We got the 7 of water, right? We got a salamander up in this motherfucker, right? Lots of water, lots of intuition, right? So your hard work and like, I feel like that's also like spirit acknowledging, like, look, I know you're tired. I know you're fed up. I know you're sick of addressing and fucking lifting and uncovering and discovering and and journaling and all the ings and the, all that. Spirit's like, but we're like this. Like there's just a let go. There's a release that needs to happen before this can usher all the way in, right? And if, again, we go back to last week when I talked to you guys last, the whole message for the most part was about getting right with your ancestors, having that line of communication, right? Building your intuition through your communication with your ancestors and your guides. And then also, of course, waiting for the indicated step. Here it is. The indicated step is, what do you need to release? Which I feel like is so buzzword, but yo, I didn't write the words. Okay, you guys, let's move on. It's already, man, I be talking. Gemini moon. Hey, I got a lot to say. So we're going to go ahead. What was I saying though about cycles? Yeah, that's what I was saying, is like the whole, like going back to where we began to see why this is popping up as a red flag now. Why did we accept this? What was going on in our lives that we accepted this behavior, we accepted this way of being? And it doesn't have to be somebody to you. It can be you to yourself, okay? Maybe we know that we don't want to, because I'm in my kitchen, this is what's jogging this. We know that we want to start eating healthier, and we keep self-sabotaging, right? We know that we want to start, we know that we want to start going to therapy, but we keep not making the appointment, right? Like what are these things? Like we have to like let go of the reservations that we have so that we can make this space, so that we can make that safe space for ourselves, right? Taurean energy. Yeah, so that's Taurean energy as I see it. Let's get a message from the 2 mothers. This first is set, and then I'm so sorry, I start rushing. And I shouldn't rush this. I'm bad. Yeah, baby. Divine creativity and manifestation. / at the bottom, we have rising sun. The divine solar child is reborn. Okay. I feel like that's you. I feel like that's us just being reborn. Oh, even at the very end, I flipped over the deck, and this is at the very end, the lunar queen, she of the celestial crescent. Okay. We got more moon energy. Big, big, big. Lots and lots of moon energy. So yeah, whatever your moon sign is, there might be some shit in there. Take a look. Whatever that moon sign of yours is. For me, like I said, I'm a Gemini moon. I don't know what you are. Maybe you're a Capricorn moon, Aries moon, Pisces moon. Cancer moon, right? Take a look at your moon sign for sure. Leo moon. Oh. Yes. So let's go ahead and get a card from Kuan Yin as well. The Ivory Swan Goddess. And others. Maiden Magu. I'm not, yeah. But the artwork is fab. Lots. What makes your moon, this sounds so silly, but if you look at your moon sign, okay, what makes that part of you like honey? What makes that part of you sing? Like, do you need to buy that aspect of you some flowers? Do you need to write yourself a poem? Something very sweet, like a lot of sweetness, gentleness, beauty is coming through. Ivory Swan Goddess, Flower of Life, Maiden, like very, oh my God, I love wine, you know, something like that. Don't overindulge, of course, right? We're looking for balance always. However, rest and like, I'm just a flower. I'm just a lily on a beautiful crystal clear pond with bees around. Like that, that's really the vibe though. And like, it's like a filling of yourself that just is like becomes the essence of you, right? Your moon is like your essence, right? That's kind of like what I'm feeling right now. It's not even like, it's just whatever that is. So for me, my Gemini, like, so, you know, whatever that looks like, I'm just going to get in that. I don't know what that looks like for real, but probably just having a conversation and being creative and writing. But what makes your moon sing? Okay. We're looking into that. I'm going to read the little blurbies about this, and then I'm going to get off because we're already really into this real deep. But of course, I'll be back some other time. So first we'll do, let's see, she said 16. Oh, I actually turned to 15, so we'll do 15 first. So this is Ivory Swan Goddess. The Ivory Swan Goddess. Okay, I just made sure that's not nude. Okay. The Ivory Swan Goddess speaks of spiritual grace and purity. The purity of your soul light never fades, beloved. Release, okay, guilt, shame, judgment, or fear that you are not enough in any way so that you may realize your beauty, be more of yourself, and shine your divine essence into the world. Okay, sorry. The fact that we're using the same words here. But are we surprised? Oh yeah, and I didn't even notice this, but I got number 15 and number 16 in the Kuan Yin. So that was 15. And it's funny because I was going to start with the 16, but it was like, no, you're doing 15 first. We're going to go in order, right? Again, that's giving layers again. Look at that. It's like fulfilling for yourself, right? So that you can like fill up and it just it like pours over, right? There's a lot there. I might have to make a second video diving deeper. Holy shit. Because like, there's a lot of symbolism there that I'm like, oh, I gotta talk, but I do not have the time. Okay. Maiden Magwe, maybe? I'm not sure how to explain or express. The Maiden Magwe, goddess of spring, healing and transformation, brings you assistance now. You are asked to honor that light. You are asked to honor that, You are asked to honor that light can come from even the darkest beginnings, beloved one. In fact, sometimes we need to enter into the unknown parts of ourselves to find exactly what we need to grow in peace, creative self-fulfillment, and happiness. The challenge can be to trust that we will arise from this darker place again. Just as the spring always follows the winter, beloved, so too will any inner work with the shadow precede a beautiful rebirth for you, right? I love that. We're going to move on to, also, yeah, the rebirth. I said that a new child is born. What the hell did I say? Rising sun, which sun, S-U-N, and that's the depiction, right? The divine solar child reborn. It's you. It's us. It's us, boo. So flower of life, which is all about creativity and manifestation. There it is. Sacred geometry may be really good if you guys want to meditate on sacred geometry, specifically the flower. I'll show you this guy. If you look up the flower of life, if you want to meditate on that image or put that image on your altar, maybe you need to make an altar to the moon, a moon altar or a beauty altar, or, you know, get creative. Tapping into your creativity is maternal energy, is the divine feminine. Tapping into your creativity is also it's like a cheat code to spirit. You are entering a fertile period of your life. Focus on your innate creativity and how potent this is becoming, and watch it rapidly grow. You are guided to think of yourself as a creative being and to surrender your control over how things will manifest, and instead allow them to do so. Yes, do not resist change. Instead, flow and let it happen, right? That's that river again. Now is the time for your blossoming. You're such a flower, my boo-boos. All right, you guys. I hope you enjoyed. I will see if I'll make another video. I might not need to. I'm going to sit with spirit on that one. But regardless, I will be back to talk about my planner. If you're interested, you can tune in and find that at some other time. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm wishing you guys all the best this weekend. Enjoy the full moon vibes. Enjoy each other. Enjoy yourself. Tap into your moon power. Understand too that this is not just for people with vaginas, okay? This is for everybody. Everybody, okay? So I just want that to be very, very clear. Yes. All right, you guys. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my life. Bye, guys.